Hi guys, this is your girl Justina, aka Egyptian Goddess 31, and I'm back today with another video. Before I get started, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below, and if you don't follow me on Instagram already, please do so. It is Ytina98. Today I have a special co-host, my dog Tiny. He's just, well, okay. He's just gonna fall asleep on the job. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Today I wanted to talk about mental health. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I'm a big mental health advocate and I like to spread awareness on it. So I really wanted to make a video to dedicate for mental health. The reason why mental health means so much to me is because I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, depression disorder, and best believe it, PTSD. I don't know if that makes me sound a little bit ignorant, but honestly I didn't know that you can get diagnosed for PTSD if you didn't really go to war, or if you were in the military. But apparently if you go through something that's so traumatic in your life, you can actually get diagnosed with PTSD. So I am pretty open to talk about my mental health issues, which something I was never really comfortable to talk about before, because I'm somebody that doesn't really ask for help. I feel like I don't like to burden people with my problems. So whenever I would be going through something, I used to just actually suffer in silence and just keep it to myself, because I never wanted to burden anybody with my issues or tell them that I'm going through something, because honestly, talk about our feelings is really not something that we're all comfortable with, and I'm definitely not comfortable to be talking about what I go through or my feelings at the time. So the reason why I also started spreading awareness on it, because when I would be having a bad day, I would just go on Instagram and I would see somebody who posted something so positive that just kept me going, and in return I wanted to do that for others as well. So you would really see that I post every single day positive positive messages on my stories, just so I can spread awareness, just so I can reach someone out there who possibly feel like me and maybe feel like that they're hitting a wall, maybe they're having a bad day where they feel like they can't keep going, and I just want to be that light and hope for them, to let them know that it's okay. It's okay to be going through something. It's okay to be sad at the moment. It's okay to feel how you're feeling. Just make sure that you keep going and you keep getting up. Just don't give up. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you. Don't let your negative thoughts or the ideas in your head win. When it comes to depression, anxiety, you really just have your good days and bad days. Some certain days you get up and you can do this, and some certain days you just can't keep going anymore. You have all these negative thoughts, and like I said, you don't really have to be going through anything to be feeling the way that you feel. That's just what anxiety is. It starts taking over your thoughts. You start thinking about things that are not even real, and you just build this scenario in your head and you let your thoughts just run wild, and it's crazy because your heart start beating so fast. Another wave of anxiety as well that affects me is brain fog. Sometimes I feel like I'm not even in my body, that I'm just on autopilot. I'm going through life doing things. Depression and anxiety also can be a way of you not be able to get out of bed. It takes over you, and that dark cloud really comes over you, and you just feel honestly like you are crippled in a way. Anxiety and depression could be so crippling that sometimes you push the loved ones away, that if you're like me, like I said, that you don't ask for help and you just shut down because you feel like you are a burden on people, that you feel like that you're too much, and you know that other people are going through things as well, so it just makes you think, it's like, why am I gonna sit here and burden them with my problems or talk to them about this? So please just know that you are not alone. The reason of this video is because I want to let you know that you're never alone when you're going through something. talk to somebody. Don't be like me, which something I definitely recognize and work on is now I'm actually open to talk to people about it, or say that I'm just having anxiety today, I'm not in a good mood, I don't feel good, I'm starting to maybe have a depressive episode. Communication is key, and sometimes people don't know how they can help you without you asking for it. It's absolutely okay to ask for help. Don't ever let that make you feel like that you're weak or that there's something wrong with you. Please ask for help. Ask your loved ones to lift you up, because sometimes all we need is just a hug from a friend. Sometimes all we need is just sitting there and having a good laugh with somebody that would pick us up and get us out of whatever we are going through, or the depressive episodes that we're feeling, or the anxiety that we're feeling, when we're just really communicated with someone that we love. Don't shut your loved ones out. And I know that's really hard to do sometimes when you're going through something, to not push people away, but just know that your loved ones want to help you out. They want to be there for you, and they're not going to be able to do so without you asking for it. So it's okay to ask for help. Please go see a therapist if you can. I know that there's a lot of stigma about therapy and how people view therapy sometimes, but don't let that stop you from seeking help for yourself in order for you to do better, in order for you to get better. When I definitely first started therapy, it was really hard for me to open up, because you just view a therapist as somebody who is a stranger, and you're like, who is this person that I'm gonna sit here and trust with my problems, with my secrets? So it could be very awkward, and it could be very uncomfortable, but taking the steps to do what makes you feel uncomfortable is what's gonna make you feel comfortable later on, is gonna get you there. And it's okay to see options of how you can help yourself. Times before I go out, my heart starts beating so fast, and I start getting nervous that I'm gonna be out in the crowd, or around people, because maybe I didn't feel like going out today. But honestly, I started just trying to ground myself. So whenever I'm having an anxiety episode, I try to think of, or try to get myself grounded by my senses. So I look for something to smell, I look for something to feel, I look for something to watch, just anything that would just bring me back to the present moment, which is pretty much putting you in a meditative state of mind. And that's definitely helped me, just trying to take a deep breath and just tell myself, like, you know what, whatever I'm feeling right now is just anxiety. This is not real. Making myself anxious for no reason. I have no reason behind the way I'm feeling, because unfortunately, really, anxiety is like that you can just feel things that you don't even need to feel, because you're all in your head and you're just thinking these things, and you're really putting yourself in an anxious state of mind. So ground yourself. That's one of the ways that I definitely try to get myself out of an anxiety episode. Also, what helped me with depression is keeping my room or my place clean. Because so much clutter around you, or when you just don't care about how your place looks or how your place I feel like it's easier to just be in that depressive, or just to go into a depressive episode, just because you know what, you just lay there and things just let it pile up, and you are depressed, you don't really feel like doing anything, you don't feel like getting out of bed. It sucks. So make sure that you keep maybe your room clean, cleanse, let that negative energy go. And I absolutely also say, cry it out. Don't try to get over your depression by just brushing it off under the rug, or by letting things pile up inside of you till you explode one day. Sit there and feel your emotions out. Face your demons. It's okay. It's okay to sit there and say, you know what, I am going through something that I have to face, and as uncomfortable as it is, or as sad as it's making me, it's okay. I'm gonna get through this by facing it head on. So don't try to run away from your problems, or don't try to brush your anxiety or depression just because you feel like it's not valid. It's okay to sit there and just face them. There is no doubt in my mind that you can absolutely overcome whatever you're going through. Life is always going to have its ups and downs, unfortunately, and if you think about it, you always come out stronger every time, and then you'll also be going through things that you think that you're never gonna survive, but then months later or years later go by, and then you're like, oh my god, I actually survived this, or I actually survived something that I never thought I was gonna be able to overcome. So don't doubt yourself, don't doubt your capabilities of what you can do and what you can overcome, because I know that you got this. I'm an example that if I can do it, so can you as well. It's just, if you need a friend to talk to, please reach out to me. I'm all ears. I got you. Literally, if you feel like you don't want to talk to a friend or family member because they're too close to home, just message me and I will listen to you. I don't want you to ever feel like you have to go through this alone, because you don't. There are so many people out there that want you here and that they care about you and they love you. And please reach out, please ask for help, take care of your mental health. I feel like we can't pour into others without, if we're not taking care of ourselves first. You can pour from an empty cup, and if you're not taking care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of others too. So prioritize yourself, make sure that you're putting yourself first, and I don't mean that in any selfish way, but it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to think about what's gonna make you feel better and what's gonna make you happy. So whatever that is for you, please go ahead and do it. I believe as well that men actually have a very hard time expressing themselves and asking for help, because men are taught from a young age to be strong. You're not allowed to cry, you are not allowed to do this, because you're a man. Think that we need to take care of our men as well, the men in our lives, whether our fathers, grandfathers, our partners, our friends. Check up on them, make sure that you ask them how they're doing, because they always have to put on that strong face and act manly, because society doesn't really talk about what mental health is for men or the struggles that they go through too. This is not just a woman thing. It should be normalized for men as well to be able to ask for help, to say that I'm struggling and I need help. The suicide rate in men is a lot higher usually, just because like I said, I believe because society teach you from a young age that you're not allowed to show weakness as a man, and it's unfortunate because they should be able to ask for help just as much as we're able to. They should be able to go to therapy without being judged for it, and they should be able to have people that love them and support them when they're at their lowest and when they're going through tough times. So check on the men in your life, make sure that they're okay. Ask them every once in a while how they're doing, how is their mental health, because they deserve love and care just as much as we do. Another way that helps me with my anxiety is actually writing my feelings down, because sometimes when you're writing your feelings down, you get to the bottom of it, of whether that's something you're really anxious about or it's a problem that you're actually going through. Because like I said, anxiety, you just make up a lot of scenarios in your mind, but when you break it down on paper, you start realizing like, okay, maybe I am really just putting myself in an anxious state of mind when there's not anything realistic or any problem that's going in my life. So ways that I also like to deal with my depression or anxiety, or that actually keeps me feeling anxious, is actually working out. I like to stay active. I like to stay in a good shape, because you know what they say, look good, you feel good. So I also actually used to do self-defense. I did self-defense for almost 3 years. I did Krav Maga, and I found it so empowering because I was able to learn how to kick some ass, and on top of that I was starting to look good physically too. So look for things that keep you grounded and that gives you that passion that makes you want to get out of bed every day. Whatever that is, go chase it and do it for yourself. So if you want to work out, you want to find a new hobby, it's definitely ways that can help you stay out of depression and stay away from depression or anxiety. Your family and loved ones want you here. I want you here. So keep on going, keep holding on, because I know that you can come out stronger on the other side. Hope that was able to shed some light today on mental health, and I hope that was able to give you some tips that can help you out too. Like I said, please reach out to me if you ever want to talk. I am absolutely here. I'm here for you. I'm all ears. And if you ever feel like you are not loved, just know that I love you even without knowing you. And as always, just don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos. And love and peace, y'all.